Sprechen Sie Deutsch? This is the clean introduction riff on the song Mutter by Rammstein, and I'm going to use it as an exercise for practicing bar chords. I've just done a series on bar chords on what I would call the introductory bar chords, your main four shapes, which is your E minor, your major, A minor, A major bar chord shapes. This includes 3 of those shapes, and not only that, the reason I thought it'd be a great exercise is because we're using the arpeggio picking technique, so we're picking notes one by one rather than strumming, and by picking the notes one by one it helps us to be able to hear if any of our notes aren't sounding correctly. So I've not designed it to be easy. An exercise is designed to challenge you, so please bear that in mind before we start. Don't be disheartened if you're new to bar chords and you can't play it cleanly to begin with. It does take a little bit of knack and practice, and just holding your fingers in the right positions, just like when you first learnt your ordinary root chords. But it will come with time. Sometimes when you strum the chords, you can't always hear if one of the notes is not sounding correctly, so by picking them in as an arpeggio one by one is a great opportunity to be able to develop a really good clean technique, and you can see and hear where you're going wrong. Doesn't matter whether you like Rammstein or not. I happen to do, obviously. I picked it because I know the song and that bit stuck out to me. I thought, that'll be a really good thing to challenge people with. I will put a link to the original song. I hope it doesn't get blocked. I think it's out there publicly on YouTube, so I'll put a link to the original by Rammstein. I'll also put a link to the Songsterr version of the tab, which is, I spoke about Songsterr before. The notes are pretty much accurate for this piece at one alone. We're only looking at the first 4 bars of the song. It's a bit untidy. I had a look at it. It's a little bit untidy. And when you look at it, there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's just indicating that the notes are ringing out. So what that means is that rather than the notes just going suddenly and sharply like that, which is what we call a staccato way of playing the notes, the notes ring out cleanly throughout the bar without muting them or damping them. But you'll see a lot of brackets and stuff on the tab, but ignore all that, just look at the numbers on the lines, and that's all you need to worry about. So the notes ring out. The first thing that we're going to look at is the first chord shape. Obviously, I said there's 4 bars to it. The first 2 bars are on one chord shape, and then it changes. The 3rd bar is another chord shape, and the 4th bar is yet another chord shape. But I'm going to concentrate on the chord that we're using for the first 2 bars to begin with, and that's going to be, we're going to play in the 7th position. Everything on this exercise is played in the 7th position, so our bar is going to be on the 7th fret, and the chord we're going to play is an E minor. So I'll put a link again to my bar chord explanation videos, introductory videos if you want to call it that, but the chord we're going to use is an A minor shape bar chord, but because we're playing it in the 7th position it becomes an E minor. So we're taking that A minor shape, moving it up to the 7th position, and that becomes an E minor chord. And that's the first 2 bars of this piece. So once we've got this down, that's half of the piece, and that's the bit that I started with. So I'm going to get my bar on. We'll try and make sure my notes are clean. You can see the picking pattern on the tab, but if you can't be bothered looking at the tab or you don't understand it, I'm starting picking on my 5th string on my A string, and my picking pattern is going to be down through the strings. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8 notes in total. I count them in 4s because that's the tempo of the song. It's rather than counting to 8, I'll count it as 2 4s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The tempo is about 115, 116 beats per minute. So if you want to use your metronome, feel free to do so. I'd recommend doing that actually. Don't feel as though you've got to play it at that speed. If this is new to you, slow your metronome down and then you can always build it up to the song speed. You might never want to play the Rammstein song, but again, this is just an exercise to help you with your bar chords. So this first is just the 1 bar chord, this E minor bar chord using the A minor shape at the 7th fret. So we need to be practicing that really until we can be confident that all those notes are cleanly. If you want to slow it down, slow it down. Picking technique, I'll quickly mention. I picked, going down the strings I was picking down, going back up I was picking up. Use what's comfortable to you. If you just want to pick down picks for everything, that's fine. If you don't want to confuse yourself with the picking as well as learning the chord in the exercise, that's great. If you're a finger picking player, do whatever works for you, but just get the notes nice and clean on this first E minor chord and we'll take it from there. Once you've got that, you've got half of the exercise done. The next chord, so bar 3 of the song, we've done bars 1 and 2. Bar 3, we're going to change the chord. It's still going to be in the 7th position, so our hand's going to stay in this same position. I've chosen it for this reason, so that we can keep our hand in one place. Just like when you was learning your root chords, your basic chords, your hand's down here in one position. You're not flying up and down everywhere. So staying in the 7th position, bar on the 7th fret. The next chord for the 3rd bar is going to be that chord, which is a B major chord, and we're going to use the E major shape. Again, if that makes no sense to you, have a look back to my explanation videos about why that is if you want to know, but that's an E major chord shape, but because that's our normal E major, because we've moved it up to 7th fret, it then becomes a B major. So the next part of the song, we're going to use that chord, so we're going from the E minor, 2 bars of that, and then to the B major. Now for the B major picking, I'm going to start on the 6th string, so I'm going to pick down, so I'm picking down across all the strings and then back up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you listen to the original, this when it switches to this chord, the timing is effectively doubled. So we're playing on the E minor shape, we're playing the on the A minor shape, playing the E minor chord, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and when we change, the timing is doubled, so we're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So bear that in mind. Have a listen to it, is the best way to get your head around it, and you can see it on the tab as well. You can see the notation change. So the last bar, the 4th bar, is probably the most challenging one. The chord change is quite easy because we're going from a B major shape to a B minor shape, and all I have to do is remove my 2nd finger, and that gives me the B minor. So the chord change is easy, but what's going to catch us out possibly is when that change takes place. So I'm going to play the full B major chord that I've just described. Have a look at the tab for the picking, but it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it's down and then up, and then on the very last repeat, the very last picking pattern, rather than starting on the 6th string, I'm starting on the 5th string, and I'm going down all the strings again. On my way back up, that's where I'm going to remove my finger. So I get the minor chord instead of the major chord. And there's also a little timing difference. So when I play the major, I've got a little pause there, a really quick pause there before I start playing. So I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Hopefully you can hear the final note, because I've removed that finger, made it into a minor chord. It changes the chord. Don't worry if you get confused with the B majors and B minors. Even if you just take away from it playing the chords, the first E minor shape, that's a great practice exercise. And if you want to go to the B major, practice that one, and then make it into a minor. It's great, even if it's not quite exactly like the Rammstein song. It's fine as long as your notes are sounding clean and you're getting the right chord shapes. So hopefully this helps. Have a try at it, see what you can do. If you can't do all of it, it's no problem. Just practice the bits that you can practice, but try and get those notes clean. That's the key takeaway from it. Doesn't matter whether you learn the actual Rammstein song, makes no difference to me, makes no difference to Rammstein or to you. It was just an idea of a riff that we can practice. If anything's catching out on that you want me to try and explain a little bit further, drop me a comment down in the comments or send me a DM, and I'll, as always, help you as best I can. This might be tricky, particularly if you're one of the people that I'm aiming it for, that's new to bar chords, and you're trying to build up your skills with that. It's not going to be easy. It might take you a bit. Your hand might ache a little bit by holding these chords on. That's the idea. It's an exercise. It's not designed to be something you can just pick up and play straight away. So with that in mind, do your best with it. Let me know how you're getting on, and enjoy.